Hey everyone, welcome to Explain. Let's talk about this couple, Aemilst Aekims consent comms. I came across a lot of stuff about them recently, so they are quite famous, but still, many people don't know much about them. Their audience mainly seems to be 12 to 14-year-olds, because adults clearly find their content cringeworthy. They're a husband-wife duo. Their Instagram names are something like this, probably not their real names, just shortened versions for social media. But if you look at their follower count, it's huge, and their content is often labeled as cringe. For example, in one clip, the wife says, "I'm going out with my guy friends," and the husband replies, "You don't have any guy friends." The way they talk to each other sounds really weird, and then they upload these conversations on social media. Now, if they had said this was fictional content, like Haley does, it would have been a different story. Haley creates videos around a fictional billionaire boyfriend, but it's clear she's just playing a character and can snap out of it. But this couple faces backlash because they've lied to their audience multiple times, and because of that, they have to keep lying to maintain the act. They claimed, "This is us, this is our lifestyle, and not a fictional character." They showed this as their real behavior and how they treat each other. They've portrayed themselves as extremely rich, but it's very clear that everything is staged, and the couple has been exposed several times for this. Their content is somewhat softcore in nature, overly romantic or suggestive, and it's clearly aimed at a teenage audience. At one point, Aemilst also claimed that her husband is a CEO and that they live in a mansion, but both those things turned out to be lies. Aekims is not a CEO. When people looked up certain profiles online, they found out that he's actually an advertising designer connected to a firm, not a CEO. There are even old photos of him wearing a t-shirt from the same firm, which makes it clear that this couple is trying to create a fake storyline about themselves. Again, if they sold this as a fictional story, it would have been fine, but they're trying to present it as reality. Maybe they've even started believing in this delusion themselves. Even the mansion claim turned out to be false, because a lot of their videos are clearly shot in hotel rooms. Okay, let's say for a moment they do have a lavish apartment. That might be possible, but it's definitely not a mansion. That claim is clearly a stretch. They also said they own around 10 luxury cars, but when people looked into it, they found out all those cars were rented just for the videos. The wife has even repeatedly lied about her religion. Now again, no one cares what religion you belong to, but blatantly lying about it is just weird. And when they get caught, they keep making up new lies, twisting their statements, and calling others liars. That's basically gaslighting. There's a clear pattern with this couple. They rarely tell the truth. Otherwise, they behave in a very pretentious way. They've lied about their lifestyle, love story, backgrounds, their house, the CEO title, everything. And when they get exposed, they become rude. When people on the internet presented proof about them, they even tried to get that content removed by misusing copyright tools. In the comments, Aemilst can sometimes be extremely rude, even to her own fans. Her behavior is honestly hard to understand. For instance, there was a post where a girl had commented, "You better be giving him the same treatment, girl." To this, the wife replied, "Of course, what makes him choose me out of everyone else then? Not even you." That's actually weird. It seems like she has this delusion that every girl wants her man. Like, good for you that he chose you, but this kind of attitude is, why are you flexing like Kim's choosing someone is supposed to be some kind of validation? Not everyone is obsessed with him. Being in love is one thing, but treating others like that is pure arrogance. There's also a sense of entitlement with this couple. They behave as if their fan pages should support them no matter what. And when they receive backlash, if someone doesn't defend them properly, they even start arguing with their own fans, which is very upsetting. There's a page called Anonymous that shared some screenshots of chats and conversations. In one, a fan messaged them, saying, "You'll get through it." To which Aemilst replied, "Oh come on, don't be fake. It's too boring." The fan said, "I'm supporting you guys," and in response, she was told, "I don't care. You're fake." There were other screenshots where someone was told, "Shut up. You don't love us. Where were you when I needed you the most? You all just want benefits from me, but you've never really been there for me." What a joke. Maybe she was talking to her fan pages like this. Also, the kind of sensual comments they leave under each other's posts were highlighted too. For example, under one of his wife's posts, Kim's commented, "That dress looks gorgeous on you, but I preferred it off. Of course, baby, I always treat you right." Another comment said, "I'll be spreading something else first." And this isn't random. It's clearly intentional. Their content often aligns with these kinds of comments. There's a difference between husband and wife showing affection and using sensuality as a tool for fame. And yes, they even have an exclusive content page, 480 Indian rupees a month. If you look at the photos on that page, you'll immediately understand what they're actually trying to sell. If you become a member, you'll get to see behind-the-scenes clips. It's written that it includes coaching and classes, but it's honestly very odd. What exactly are they coaching people about? Sensual content, how to lie to your audience, and how to be cringe. That's what their coaching seems to be about. And it's mostly an extremely young audience that's getting attracted to them. In a way, this couple is catfishing that audience. I'm not saying this in terms of looks, but they're clearly feeding their audience a fabricated illusion, a fake lifestyle, a fake persona. and they've built their fan base on top of it. Now, they're telling people, if you want this kind of luxurious lifestyle, mansions, luxury cars, etc., then join our page. We offer coaching and classes, but they themselves don't even have that mansion. They also preach a lot in their videos about how a husband should treat his wife like a princess and all that. But think about it. Would someone who actually respects their partner exploit their intimate or bedroom moments by putting them on the internet for followers to see? Groping his wife, recording it, and uploading it so others can watch? That's not love or respect. That's desperation. No real CEO would ever behave like that. You can even see in their photos, he captions them with stuff like, "Who's being a good girl today?" every time he comes home from work. That's the way they try to attract people, and they're not open to criticism at all. Many fans have even said that when they see Aemilst or Aekims at malls or in public places and try to approach them, they get treated very badly. Aemilst, in particular, tells people to move aside in a rude way and act superior. So it's not just lies they spread on the internet. They're also arrogant and rude, and the entitlement they show is honestly baffling. Their videos are said to be heavily edited, and even the photos they upload are filtered and touched up. International fans don't know the full story. They just consume what's visible online. That makes it easier to trick them. But local people know. People around them know the reality. At this point, they've told so many lies that it feels like they don't even remember what they said about where they're from, because their answers keep changing. And that's what happens when you constantly lie. You forget what you said just a few days ago. And now, if they ever come out and admit that they've been lying all along, things will get messy. That's why, whenever someone tries to point out the truth, they try to shut them down. Another valid point here is, if someone is actually rich, a CEO, and running a massive empire, do you really think they'd have so much time to do all this on social media? Chasing numbers, portraying their wife in a sensual way on camera? If you live in a mansion, drive luxury cars, and are truly living a luxurious life, would you really be that desperate for internet fame? They're portraying themselves like royalty, but real royals don't behave like that. If they truly had generational wealth, they wouldn't be on the internet constantly showing off their lifestyle just to seek validation from others. So yeah, that's it for this video. Let me know what you think about this couple. If you liked this video, don't forget to like and share, and please subscribe to the channel for more updates like this. Thank you.